Good morning, Morris. You can come over and eat now. Come get some before Stripe doesn't leave you any. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Road trip. We're going to meet Kyle at the Sheets in Rocky Mount at the 350 kilowatt charger. Right. He's driving the Porsche Taycan from Florida to New York.
Yeah, he's running late.
Let's go. I told Don I wanted to take Jules.
Yeah.
We got navigation stuff that we haven't checked out in the new release yet. He always asks which car. I said Jules. We don't have 5 tons of charge because Don has only been charging to what, 50%?
Yeah, but we got enough.
But we got enough.
To get to Rocky Mount.
Right, we'll have to supercharge in Rocky Mount on the way home. Yeah, and of course we've got low regen because the car's cold. It's not super cold this morning, so I think it'll warm up pretty quick here. It's 52 according to Jules, although that may or may not be an accurate temperature since we just backed out of the garage. And we are on target to meet Kyle a little bit after 12. We're just headed, basically we're headed to the Rocky Mount Supercharger, but not. We're down the road at a Sheets. Yeah, well thank goodness. The car says we will arrive at that Sheets at 16%, and we're not worried about that number at all. So that's goodness.
Yeah, well I did this also because on my other trips, went out to see Missouri, I would often leave and it would say I was going to arrive someplace at 8%, and I would no longer get out and get going and it would already have jumped up to 12%. And usually that initial jump turned out to be reasonably accurate.
Right.
Sometimes it was still 1% or 2% higher than that, and sometimes it was maybe 1% lower. But basically, after we got going, then whatever that number was, it got pretty accurate. So, and I don't know, I think it underestimates.
It's conservative.
It's conservative, that's right. That's what I'm saying, that's right.
So this is more now, right? Up here,
all those arrows are new.
Yeah, it's hard for me sometimes to see the differences because Ruby's driver instrument cluster does so much that I can see. This
turn, it's telling me in 0.2 mod. That would normally be over here, but we've got it covered up with the energy graph.
Right.
Which is what they said when
something else is over here, it'll put it over here. Yeah,
right.
That does appear to be what it's doing.
Because on the S and the X, of course, that just showed up in the operator binnacle, so instrument cluster, but you know the 3 and the Y do not have that, so that's why I guess they added. I think that's worthwhile.
I'm so excited. First off, we're gonna get to see Kyle. Second off, we have an impromptu road trip. Anytime in the car is good to me. Like I could be in the car for forever. I could be on the trip with Kyle and there would be not one grumble between Florida and New York because I love being in the car. I would just be filming and chatty and either listening to music in the car or have it in my ear, one of the two. But I'm always in a good mood in the car. And now we get to see the Taycan, which we haven't seen yet. We had an offer to go see it and busy life and just getting off our we haven't seen it yet. COVID, yes, a little bit. So yeah, I'm kind of excited.
So Jules and I had a little disagreement. I was the only car between, we were doing 55 miles an hour. The traffic light turned yellow or red or whatever. There was no cars in front of me between me and the traffic light. I don't know if I was gonna go through Jules was gonna go through the light because I'd already told it to, or I was trying to slow down. But anyway, I touched the brake pedal, and when I did, whatever braking Jules was doing went away. And now I had total braking, so I took my foot off of the brake, and as soon as I did that, then Jules started braking really strongly to stop at the traffic light, took over the braking, and then I touched the brake a second time to actually stop the car. This was not a panic stop, but there was a little back and forth between us. And since I was doing, like I said, it was going from 55 to a stop, and there was no vehicles in front of me, it was sort of a little, I guess it wasn't smooth between me and her. So that's the first time I've experienced that particular effect.
And as the passenger over here, I was thinking to myself, just punch it and go, for God's sake. We've got someplace to be.
Yeah, the right answer would have been, just go through the yellow light, silly boy. You already told me it was good to go. Just do what you said. Don't change your mind.
Just for grins, not for any, serious concern. I have Dawn's phone and my phone tracking the car, and when they pull, the GPS is not exactly the same. A truck passed in front of us, and Jules did the right thing because she's got control and slowed up. I realize they're different, but I think it has to do more with when they're polling than anything else. I'm not seeing any long-term discrepancy. Like if we get to a set speed, we're in plus or minus a mile on the GPS stuff, so I think we're good.
Yeah, but she didn't slow down again to 45. Oh, now she did.
Yeah. You have to tell her to go. I had the wrong sheets plugged in, so you can say navigate to Electrify America Rocky Mount, and that's the North Carriage Road location, not the Benvenue location. So it's actually a smidge closer because it's this side of 95 on 64. It's on the west side of 95. So anyway, the car and Dawn's phone both found it no problem. So Dawn was noting that the battery indicator is no longer colored. Normally it would be green, yellow, red, but it's not got a color anymore. It's just gray.
And we're going to go to...
I would prefer to see
green.
green.
To the I-40 East, US 64 East ramp.
Right. I would prefer to see green when things are happy. I like green. Don says he doesn't remember seeing multi-line stuff up here before. It would just be truncated. I can't confirm or deny that. I believe Don. It's just a really long exit name. Nash Community College, Nash Central High, Red Oak. It's one of those ones out in the middle of nowhere, sort of. It wants to tell you there's a lot of stuff at that exit, I guess. And just to say, Google Maps on Dawn's Android Pixel 3a phone shows the speed the car is going next to the speed limit sign. Okay? But if I navigate to the same place as Dawn on my iOS iPhone X, Google Maps does not do that. So I tried yesterday when I downloaded a GPS app to get the speed limit. I tried to get Maps to do that because I knew Dawn's phone did, and I guess it's just not available on iOS, and I don't know why. So if you have Google Maps on Android, you probably don't need something to tell you speed limit, because Maps will, and also I think Waze will. So there you have it. So because I want to show you what it looks like, Dawn is getting directions moved back over here now. Solitaire is only taking up this right side of the screen, and I can play and Dawn can drive, so that's pretty cool, right? I think, though, I was gonna say I want to start a new game. Try to do better than I did. Is it not gonna give me an option to reset? I guess not. Dawn had asked the other day too, what does this do? Okay, here we go. Options, themes, game, hint, undo. What are my options? Whether or not I want sounds. Okay. I don't understand all of those options, but I sort of get it. The game, I can replay. There we go. Started a new game. I knew it had to be there somewhere. So, yeah, I think the driver can pay attention and the passenger can play. I don't see why not. And I certainly don't think you could drive and do the kind of motions here. But the thing about Tesla, and I did see that, I think it was a video on the Mach-E the other day, that the Mach-E does a really good job. I haven't tried it, but does a really good job of your finger is sort of in the vicinity, and when you're bumping around, it actually does what you want it to do versus what you end up doing. I know a lot of times in the Model Y and in the X, and I assume it's the same on the 3 and the S, while you're driving down the road, if you're trying to punch in something on the navigation, you or the driver or the passenger, your finger will move around a little bit and it can be hard to type what you wanted to type. So anything Tesla could do to mitigate the bumpiness of the drive messing up what you're typing on the screen would be a good thing. Anyway, there you have it. Don and I were just talking about the fonts again, and let me just say that the right way to fix this is in the settings small, medium, and large, and you get to pick. But in the interim, since so many people are having trouble reading the smaller font, put it back where it was. That should be quick. So just saying, this is I-95 here. This is where the EA Sheets is.
There's the supercharger.
Yeah, there's the supercharger. So the supercharger is close, but is a little past. There's the new bubble saying 6 chargers are available there. If we tap on it, it's 8 stalls, so there's a couple people charging potentially. Looks like we're gonna get to the Sheets about 10 minutes before Kyle. Enough time to use the facilities and Don to get some more coffee. He's doing great this morning. He's had a full cup of coffee now.
That's right. I brought my thermos.
He already had the coffee going when we decided we were hopping in the car. Now tell him what you said.
Now take exit 463.
I don't remember what I said.
He said he was impressed with how fast I got ready.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. She did really good. Normally, we have this process in the morning, and it's like, well, sweetie, it's going to be 45 minutes before we can leave.
He thinks it takes longer than it takes. Well, and I was already a good way into the process when we decided to hop in the car for sure, where we knew exactly where and when Kyle was going to be where. So we got off of 64 and
well, that's the community college.
yeah, that is the community college over there.
But the classes are out.
Nash Community College. Don just went over the center line a bit.
Well, the payment was like pothole city.
Right, he was avoiding potholes. We'll go with that, and it's true.
Aww.
And it's true.
1,000.
I was just going to say that when you first get off that exit, it looks like there would be nothing there, but actually there is. It is the right place, and boy, that is a lot of community college too. Lots of buildings, pretty impressive in size, I think, for Nash County.
At your destination.
All right, well, Kyle, of course, has been here many times, living in Rocky Mount, charging various vehicles, but we have not been to the Sheets before. This is not near the mill. I would go right.
That's right there.
Oh, you see it? Okay.
Yeah, but this poor guy, he's trying to turn his trailer.
Well, he's doing a good job. It's just
doing
large.
A great job.
Oh, I see it. Okay. Yep, nice and well lit and all that good stuff. We do plan to go to the supercharger to charge versus charging here because of course we have free supercharger miles. We won't block it for anybody that needs to use it.
Yeah, we're not going to block it.
Battery low, but 53 miles, and we are close to the supercharger. Plus, we could just always just plug in here. We parked around the corner, so we're good. Yeah, Don said we actually can't charge here. CCS. Yep, all CCS. CHAdeMO. Well, if Kyle was in his own car, he'd have the CHAdeMO adapter, but since he's in the Taycan, I would say not. Ooh, sweet. Hello, hey. Oh, he's gonna have to move. Sorry, we didn't notice that.
Oh, I didn't.
This pedestal is not up.
Plug in first. Yeah, well, we didn't look at any of them.
Sorry. Well, not that close anyway.
This one says it's unavailable too.
No,
How
really?
is that possible?
Well, this one says ready.
Yeah, but the 350 all the way down?
Oh no.
Oh!
No, no. Oh wow, it does say unavailable. Sorry, I looked at them, but I didn't look at them that close. Huh. Well, that's not nice. Kyle wants to charge and go, charge and go. Well, thank goodness the whole site's not down.
Yeah. How's it going, sir? Pretty good. Kid, you're probably bring a coat.
I'm good.
Just activating the charger here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to film a little thing.
Yep, don't let us get in your way.
You do your thing.
You do your thing, we'll stay out of the way.
Oh, look
Oh,
at
you
that.
do! We're dually vlogging cameras now. Woo!
The same one.
Oh no, don't drop the iPhone.
Well, it looks cracked, but it was previously cracked, so that didn't add any damage. Thankfully.
Yeah, thank God.
Talking about, you will remember we used to live right down the street from this station, so it's all very familiar, of course. The two 350 kilowatt units are both down, unfortunately. Not sure what's going on with that.
Yeah, you can't read it at all. The glare is just like
says
off the charts,
right,
but it is charging at 151 kilowatts. Yeah, 23%. Yeah. So I said that I wanted to sit in it. I don't know if when Kyle had the Porsche before, if I sat in it. It's low. Woo! It's low. It's low. It's fun. Well, I do like how this is built in. I like built in over any of the ones that are on top. That looks pretty sweet. I think there's experience for the passenger over there, so that's kind of cool. Way cool. Way cool. I wonder if this guy's pulled up to figure out what's wrong with the chargers. It's expected. The Taycan is drawing a lot of attention. One person's come over and talked to us about the car, and another person in line asked us if Kyle paid to charge, and he said yes, but not a lot. And maybe they're fixing.
Well, these are 19-inch tires, which is, you know, for a Porsche is small. But I bet it makes a great riding car on the highway for doing miles. This is definitely the right setup, and also probably for range.
They are the aero option.
These look very efficient looking. I mean,
and they're stylish.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah, but I see the tires sticking out a little way from the rim, so maybe they don't get rim rash quite so bad.
Right, I imagine that's probably
Yeah,
true.
because I can see a little protection there of the rim.
Yeah,
the
I
tire's
would
not
agree.
flush with the rim like it is on the Tesla.
Is that tire's holding air, because it wasn't yesterday. We had a flat tire in the middle of the night, and Discount Tire got us back on the road this morning, which was great.
So you got an actual plug, a nail out of the tire and a plug?
They patched it from the inside.
Right.
Okay.
Which is, I guess, the proper way to patch
It
a
is.
tire.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a complicated situation.
Pilot Sport?
Pilot Sport 4S's, yeah.
Well, I like it that it looks neat underneath here. I like it. I'm not seeing
Right.
stuff. I don't
And
care about the
You
size
have
as much
little
as I care about
compartments
the...
with your things here.
All the jack and stuff.
Yeah,
Right.
but the size isn't so important to me now as the clean look. So
Interesting.
yeah,
so
I like the clean look.
You can certainly lift up on everything.
Yeah,
if
well,
you
that's
wanted
nice.
to.
You can get to it easy, but
Right. And then, you know, it's just, you know, the thing is, it's a totally different way to get around. The car drives very differently than a Tesla. This is probably the most, it's definitely the most comfortable specification on a Taycan, because it has none of the performance stuff. The problem is the charging, and you can see here, this is it. It just stopped charging at 58%.
why would it do
have
that?
No idea. And these are the annoying bugs that I'm running into over and over.
Right.
That should have honestly been fixed years ago, but after we had this you know, they upgraded, they put these chargers in for higher reliability from the EPISEC units, which are really buggy.
Yeah.
And the fact that it doesn't work on a Volkswagen branded vehicle, and again, it's a Porsche press car that should have the newest software. I do not.
Yeah, it's gotta have
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't they?
They knew exactly what we were doing with this car. They went through everything with a fine-tooth comb, made sure it was
So
fit.
$9.92.
Right, 32 kilowatt hours at 34 cents a kilowatt hour. Now the Porsche has free charging.
13 minutes.
I guess
Sure.
I can show you that. So I load up the Porsche app. Now,
Because it's a press car, or because it's EA and Porsche, and this is a promotion sort of a thing.
So if you buy a Taycan, you get 3 years of free
3 years.
30-minute charging sessions
Okay.
at Electrify America. I think maybe they're doing something with the stations on their end.
Right.
Because they're working on it.
Sure, that would make sense.
Now it says please plug in. And the way this works on new Taycans is it's plug-in charge. So you pull up like a supercharger.
Sure.
You
Don't,
just
no
plug in,
worries, just plug in, huh?
and then you walk away. This one's a 2020, so it doesn't support plug-in charge. It probably will come with software.
Yeah, they should be able to do that
And
over
this
there.
does support over-the-air updates. They just haven't sent it yet. And so I have to activate it with the Porsche app for it to work. And so after 30 minutes, you start getting billed, I think, 25 cents a minute.
Right.
I've been paying for the charging for the most part, just because I think it's more ethical. They gave me the car, I don't need to use the free juice,
Sure.
I'll just pay for it. But in this case, we're taking the free juice just I don't know, just because. Sometimes the charging session shuts off and I can't quite figure out why.
Hey, it's Kendall in the right jacket. Hey.
Thank you. I like yours too.
Yeah, thank you.
You what, Dottie?
I said I told Kendall I like that jacket.
I think you're the reason Don has the jacket. I told Don to go sit in it. He's like, I sat in one at
It felt terrible.
Unplugged.
Live
Yeah.
out in
Yeah, my
Austin.
dad was
Yeah.
complaining the whole time. He was like,
But I said, that's okay. Go sit in it anyway. It's like getting into the Model S. Yeah, it's slow to the ground. It's slung back. I don't put disparaging things or negative stuff on the channel. But let's just say we're having us a little conversation here about Tesla's holiday update and what we really think about it. And it's probably not as good as Elon would have hoped it would have been.
It's actually terrible.
Yeah.
4 thumbs down, I guess.
Yeah.
I just installed it. Nah.
I appreciate the new games. I like the free stuff. I'm not, you know, I am appreciative of when we get new function for free, but we have other direction we'd like to see the updates taken. They're just not taking them in the fashion and time that we want them to take. And I want Don and I and a couple of our other software friends to go work for Tesla and sort out this software stuff, because I guarantee you we could do that.
Sees coming up on the screen when I can just look outside and see everything it sees. I guess they have, what it tells me is they have decreasing confidence in the car's sensor abilities.
Well, I guess I
Kyle basically said if you don't have full self-driving, you don't need a bigger playing field for what the car sees.
Right. I don't even care what my car sees. Just make it go down the middle
Maybe
of the
if you want to see all that full self-driving stuff because you have it and it's cool for a few weeks, that might be fun. But yeah, Kyle, says it's not helping him. That non-full self-driving cars is not helping.
I do see why they're gonna initially during the early days of full self-driving, which we assume is going to come up in the next year. Why they're doing it for the people with full self-driving, that will help increase your confidence.
Right.
When it shows you what it sees, then you'll say, oh wow, it really did see that red light way over there, or it did see that.
Or the other way,
Yeah.
which is it isn't seeing X,
Or
Y, Z.
either way.
Well,
but-
I'm going to say that since we put on the release, I do not see cars next to me or in front of me like I used to. Like we pulled up right behind Ruby in the garage just to see if we could spot a Tesla now with the Tesla. No, you can't, by the way. Really wanted that. And it wouldn't even show us there was a car in front of us. It showed us the proximity alert, but not a car. And I've noticed like the curb on the side of the road. I tried to pull up beside some stuff at South Park yesterday to show that the little yellow circle things are bigger now. And I couldn't even get it to show me stuff. So I would say it's actually showing me less, not more, is my gut feel about it. So I don't know. More space, less stuff. All right, you just hit 95% and it changed the screen over here, but I didn't hear it.
Hit touch to return.
Touch to return?
It cycles through.
Okay. I didn't hear anything click, so I didn't think it had stopped.
Yeah.
So Kyle, why all this green over here if you're at 95%?
So all of the
It's got built-in pad?
No, all of the darkened green is what was in the battery before.
Okay.
We started this session with 58% state of charge.
Okay.
And this is what we've charged up.
Oh.
Okay.
So
well,
this is one giant battery,
my Tesla
and this is what
frame
we've
of
done.
mind was not seeing that until you explained it. So thanks for
Okay.
explaining
yeah,
it.
so you'll notice that when we shut off charging, it gives you 58%, and this is 100, and this is what we've charged, because of course it shut off charging before.
Well, I do see the darker and lighter shade of green, and your explanation totally makes sense, but I would not have understood that if you hadn't explained it to me.
Right, okay, makes sense.
So he will be in New Jersey soon.
Way cool.
One of these days I want to go to New Jersey with him. New York, New Jersey. Just please put me in the car so I can go home for a little bit. Haven't been home since 1991, and I would really appreciate setting foot in the state of New Jersey. So the guy from Watson Electrical is still there, but he hasn't done anything at the cabinets. Nothing. He's just been on the phone the whole time trying to figure out what's going on. So we were really wishing it would show Kendall's car as another Tesla, but no such luck. Because this is a real world test now, not just that in front of the garage test. The only other thing we could check is 2 brand new cars, thinking that they had to put something in the car, but I would think it could be achieved with the camera.
Right.
Since it's just for fun and not a safety thing. Yeah, we swung by Kendall's house. Just wanted to show you that the preconditioning battery message is up there. We won't need to supercharge long.
Yep. I think we're only going to supercharge enough to get home comfortably. We're not going to stay extra time at the supercharger and top up. In other words, it's 2 o'clock now, and we'll probably be there maybe a half an hour.
Turn right.
Guys, fixing it.
Yep, 2 X's and a Y. Easy to spot the Y with the back open.
Yeah. Let's see, what's that? That's 4B.
Yeah, I think you'll be okay over here in the corner.
4A.
3A. That's 2B.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could put in home. And estimated.
Sorry.
That's okay. 20 minutes to leave to get home. Now this is an old supercharger. This is just a...
Yeah, 120, I think.
Yeah, we're not even going to get 150 here, so... Although we should get a pretty high charge rate because the battery is pretty low. It's not super low. It's not Kyle Connor low, but it's at 44 miles left, so it's pretty low. I noticed the battery thing is green up there now. It's not monochrome.
Mm.
And we are the 4th car charging, and everyone is on their own cabinet.
Right.
We're not sharing a cabinet. New version 3 superchargers, no cabinet sharing. Old superchargers, cabinet share. It kind of matters where you park.
Right.
So it matters where you park over here. Thank you, Texas Steakhouse, for not minding Tesla supercharger people coming in to use the restroom. We appreciate it. We can hear the cooling pumps, which surprises me because we rested a long time at the Sheets and at Kendall's house, and it's not that hot out today. And you know, we didn't drive that far from the house, but whatever it needs to do, the car knows. And yeah, I kind of figured since Don got out of his seat, if I open the door, it's going to show me the screen, which is great. Yes.
My mask. I keep forgetting my mask.
It's good for being a good boy and coming back and getting it. Yeah, it goes back to the screen because Don left the car. Well, actually, I have my key fob and I have my key card in my purse, and so I ought to be able to tap on it and tell it I'm here without having to open my door. Very annoying. Don was in YouTube trying to watch something and he couldn't get it to play. It loaded up fine, but then it didn't play good. So I'll see what I can do. Although when if I shut, I gotta stay here with my door open or it's gonna lock the screen back up. So I don't mind that it's taken a minute to draw because, you know, obviously we may not have great LTE here. Okay. Well, I don't know why it wouldn't play for Dawn. It really wouldn't play. It's playing now, though. Yeah, I shut my door and it locked up. There was a Model S pulling in next to the other Y, and I wasn't sure which space he was going into, so. And then, unfortunately, shutting the door backed me all the way out of YouTube. If Dawn were sitting in the driver's seat, it'd be fine. I don't know if Ruby's still handling it well or not, but typically you just tap on the screen and it recognizes the passenger and life is good. But not right now. It'll come back in a minute. It's loading. I didn't see us get up over 92 kilowatts, and I think the Model S that pulled up is going to be on the same cabinet as us. No big deal. Yeah, we just went down to 72 kilowatts, and I think that's because they've plugged in. Here's the intentionally leaked Elon end of quarter email.
Right.
We're listening to Rob Maurer because his video is about the right length for us to watch before we leave. We are past the you can continue on your trip stuff, and basically it's telling us 10 minutes to wherever Dawn slid the battery level charge rate to.
Yeah.
Don was trying to figure out how to get back to the big supercharger screen, and there we go. I don't know, nav took a little longer than expected to load there. Yeah, we're down to 60 kilowatts. We have enough to get home. There's just no reason to stay. The supercharger's busy.
Yeah.
All 3 stalls on this side of the cabinets are filled. Remember, there's 8 stalls here, and there are 3. So I think there's only 1 cabinet left right now that's not in use. So if we don't need to stay, we should go. Now the Y just pulled out. Actually, it was all stalls busy there for just a few minutes. So 295 watt-hours per mile. This is just since we left the supercharger.
Right.
We're just thinking for a performance Model Y, we continue to be impressed with the efficiency of the car.
Yeah, and we ran the heat, and it's, well,
Yep.
it's not cold. It's
Yeah, I mean,
55.
we do have the heat on. Yeah, and it's not, you're right, it's not like a cold day, but yeah, so that's pretty good.
Yep.
Well, we're home in time for me to visit everybody before dark. It's 4 p.m. I see two cats up there on the platform at least. Hopefully Tux and Morris didn't bother each other. And you're going to go run?
Yeah.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I got enough time. Just barely.
There's Tux over there on the bench cushion, so he looks no worse for wear. That's good. I'm always relieved when
We woke him up.
I can count heads.
Yeah, we woke him up. We come home. He'd been laying there since we left, and now he's, oh, I guess I could get up and eat.
Come see my mama.
Come see my mama.
Hi, honey. Did you miss me while I was gone? My good girl? My buddy? Did you miss me? Stay safe and warm out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Hurry back. I'm making up to these guys for not being in and out of the house to spend time with them on and off all day. Tux in particular seems to be needy right now. Aren't you, buddy?